I know we got a lot of Big Ten fans here, you know what I mean, that listen to our show. I don't think the Big Ten was the better teams this year. You know what I mean? Yes, they schedule allowed them to go undefeated. Now somebody gonna lose this. Somebody finna lose. So come Saturday at 8 p.m. at Lucasfilm Stadium, somebody gonna be 1-1. I mean 11-1.
Right.
But the schedules had them undefeated, and don't get it twisted. Indiana did beat Oregon this year, but Oregon ain't physical like everybody think they physical. You know what I mean? I like Dan Lanning, but I don't think he can get the quality of players like he was getting when he was in the SEC with Kirby Smart in Georgia, in Bama, because he was also on that Bama staff with Nick Saban too. I think Oregon got some physicality when they played like Colorado, the Buffaloes last year, when they beat Shiloh and Dion and beat the brakes off them boys. But as far as physicality, as far as Big Ten or SEC physical, I don't think they can get those type players. The speed and skill, yes. But going back to the Big Ten, there was 1-2 all season. In the AP polls, and then when the college playoff came out, they was 1-2. And I always hurt the Big Ten feelings because when I go in our comments, they always come hard at us. But once they deserve it, because they ain't played nobody. They ain't played no physicality.
I get it. You beat the team that was on your schedule, so. I think Texas started at number 1, so they didn't start at number 1 the season. I believe Texas was. So
Texas did. Texas.
Yeah, but after the game 1, I guess Ohio State probably took over because they beat Texas. But yeah, so you just beat the teams that's on your schedule, I guess, and that's all you really can do.
So, and I know I'm having the comments that we are SEC homers. We are SEC homers.
Yeah,
yes, we
are.
You know what I mean? You see me with a Georgia jersey on. Georgia's my team. Don't get the choice, but I'm a root for the SEC. Outside of if Georgia ain't playing. However, I saw what's his name? Texas coach Sark. Sark said, is that the case? Is it worth scheduling outside teams outside of the SEC? Just get some cupcake teams like all these other conferences doing. Is the committee only going to look at undefeated records and not strength of schedule records?
That's good question. It is a good question. Well, obviously, the SEC got to play each other because we only schedule what we got about 2 or 3. Yeah, out of conference games, so you still got to run through the gauntlet of SEC teams. So that'll be hard to do in the SEC. To schedule a lot of cupcakes. Most teams is pretty good, even the ones that don't seem to have good records. Still, is physical, talented teams such as like a Florida. They still talented, and they still can beat a lot of teams outside of the SEC probably. But
I believe that. I believe so.
Yeah, so it's tough, but yeah, I see his point. I truly do. I don't think the other conferences are as tough, top to bottom, as the SEC. So I agree with that.
Because I would love to see. I would like for Sankey to get with. I would like for Sankey to get with the Big Ten commissioner, and let's schedule 1 or 2 of them.